You fed your AI a messy spreadsheet, the kind with blank cells, 3 date formats, and a column somebody named Misk, and it choked, guessed, or quietly made something up. That is the real test, not the clean demo dataset from a tutorial, the junk data you actually run your business on. So here's the question everyone types into search: Claude Code versus ChatGPT for data, and here's the plain answer up front. For messy, real-world files and databases, the kind small business owners and freelancers wrestle with every single day, Claude Code tends to handle the mess better than ChatGPT. It sees more of your data at once, it works with your actual files instead of a copy you paste in, and it keeps its footing when the data gets ugly. That's the surface answer. But which one is right for you, where each one falls apart? And the one situation where reaching for Claude Code is honestly overkill, that's a deeper loop. And we're going to earn it beat by beat. Here's the promise. By the end, you'll know exactly which tool to open when a client dumps a broken CSV in your lap, and you'll stop paying the tax of an AI that confidently gives you the wrong number. And quick, honest thing before we go deeper, because it fits right here. This channel is sponsored by NBC Canada Inc. They fix the bookkeeping mess that's choking your trades or construction business so you can finally see your numbers and control your cash instead of flying blind. They put together a free trades bookkeeping scorecard that shows you how much money your business is quietly losing, and the link is the first thing in the description. Go grab it. Now, back to the data. Let's start with the thing that quietly decides everything: the context window. That's just a plain term for how much text and data the AI can hold in its head at one time. Think of it like the size of the desk. A small desk means you can only lay out a few pages before stuff falls off the edge. A big desk means you spread the whole file out and actually see it. Here's why that matters for real data. Say you've got a customer list with 12,000 rows. On a smaller context window, the AI literally cannot see all 12,000 at once. So it does one of two things: it works on a chunk and forgets the rest, or it summarizes and loses the detail that actually mattered. Claude Code is built around a large context window, and that's the whole ballgame for messy data. When your file is big and irregular, holding more of it at once means fewer blind spots. It can look at row 4 and row 11,000 and notice they contradict each other, because both are still on the desk. ChatGPT has grown its context too, and for a normal chat it's plenty, but when you shove a genuinely large, ugly dataset at it, you're more likely to hit the edge of the desk, and that's where the guessing starts. So the first split is simple: small job, either tool, big messy file, the bigger desk wins. But context is only half of it, because there's a second thing that changes the game completely, and most people never even turn it on. Here's the part nobody tells you. There's a huge difference between an AI that reads a copy you paste in and an AI that works directly on your actual files. When you paste a spreadsheet into a chat window, you're not giving it your file. You're giving it a flattened text snapshot. Formulas, tabs, formatting, the structure, a lot of that gets mangled or dropped on the way in. It's like faxing someone a photo of a photo and asking them to fix the original. Claude Code is designed to run against your real files and folders on your machine. It can open the actual CSV, read the actual structure, run actual code against it, and hand you back a cleaned file, not a description of what it would do. The done thing. Let me walk one real example. You get a sales export with dates written 3 ways. Some say /formats, some say written out months, some are just a number. In a paste in chat, the AI eyeballs the text and tries to fix them by pattern. And on a big file, it drifts and mislabels a chunk. Claude Code can instead write a tiny script that runs over every single row, converts every date to one format, flags the ones it can't parse, and saves a new file. Every row, not a sample. That's the difference between a helpful guess and an actual repair. Now, ChatGPT has code tools too, and it can crunch a file you upload. Credit where it's due. For a self-contained one-off, it's genuinely handy. But the further you get from one small clean upload and the closer you get to your real, sprawling, connected files, the more Claude Code's file-native approach pulls ahead. Which brings up the ugliest word in real data: messy. Let's define what messy actually means, because that's where these two really separate. Messy data isn't a dramatic disaster, it's 1,000 tiny inconsistencies. Blank cells where a value should be, the same customer spelled 4 different ways. Duplicate rows from a double import. A phone number stored as text in one place and a number in another. trailing spaces you can't even see. Toy datasets from a tutorial don't have any of this. Your actual client's export has all of it at once. And here's the trap. Both tools will happily give you an answer on filthy data. The question is whether the answer is right. When an AI can only see part of the file, it does not know that the same customer appears under 4 spellings, so it counts them as 4 customers. Your total is wrong, and nothing on screen tells you it's wrong. That's the scary part. It's not a blank error message, it's a clean, confident, incorrect number. Claude Code's advantage here isn't magic. It's that it can hold more of the file and run real deduplication logic across the whole thing, so it's likelier to catch that 4 spellings are 1 person. More of the data in view, plus real code doing the counting, means fewer silent mistakes. But let me be honest about the flip side, because this isn't a fan video. Claude Code is not friendlier. It leans technical, it lives closer to code, and if the words file path or terminal make your stomach drop, you're going to feel that friction fast. So next we've got to talk about who each of these is actually for, because the better tool for the job is worthless if you can't stand using it. ChatGPT is the friendly front door. It's conversational, forgiving, and you can throw a vague question at it and get somewhere. For quick data questions, a small upload, a one-time cleanup, a what does this column mean? It's comfortable and fast. If you're not technical and you just need a fast answer, that comfort is a real feature, not a weakness. Claude Code asks more of you up front. It rewards someone who's at least willing to work with files and folders, run a command, and think in steps. In return, it gives you power on the exact stuff that breaks ordinary chat. The big files, the repeatable cleanups, the multi-step jobs across a whole folder. Here's a concrete way to picture the fork. A freelancer who gets 1 client spreadsheet a month and just needs a quick summary. ChatGPT all day. A bookkeeper or operator who wrangles the same kind of messy export every week and wants it cleaned the same way every time. That repeatability is where Claude Code earns its keep, because you can build the cleanup once and rerun it. And there's your head-to-head in one frame. Notice it's not a blowout. Each tool owns a different column. That table is the whole argument, so let it sit for a second. But knowing the profiles isn't enough. You need to see what actually happens on a real job, step by step. So let's run one all the way through. Picture a real job. A client sends you a customer export with about 8,000 rows. There are duplicates, 3 date formats, a bunch of blank email cells, and names with random extra spaces. You need one clean file you can trust. Watch how each tool handles this, because the gap shows up in the details. With ChatGPT, you upload the file and ask it to clean it. On a file this size, it may work on what it can hold, summarize the rest, and give you back something that looks clean. For a lot of jobs, that's fine. But you don't easily know if it deduplicated all 8,000 rows or just the chunk it could see. You're trusting a black box on a big file. With Claude Code, you point it at the actual file and ask for the same thing. It writes a script, runs it over all 8,000 rows, removes exact duplicates, standardizes every date, trims the hidden spaces, and drops the blank email rows into a separate flagged file so you can chase them. Then it saves a fresh, clean copy and leaves your original untouched. The difference isn't that one is smart and one is dumb. It's that one gives you a repeatable, all rows, auditable process, and the other gives you a fast, mostly right answer you have to trust on faith. For a client deliverable where a wrong count is embarrassing, that auditability is worth a lot. And the kicker, next month, same client, same mess. With the script approach, you rerun it in seconds. With the chat approach, you start over and hope it drifts the same way twice, which it won't. So repeatability is quietly the biggest win here. But before you go all in, we have to talk about where Claude Code actually loses. Because it does. Let me punch holes in my own argument, because a video that only praises one tool is selling you something. Claude Code has real downsides. The learning curve is steeper. You're closer to the machine, and that scares off a lot of people who genuinely benefit, which is a shame, but it's true. Second, it's overkill for tiny stuff. If you just want to ask a quick question about a small clean table, opening a file native coding tool is like renting a forklift to move one box. ChatGPT answers you before Claude Code has even loaded the folder. For the small, casual, one-off question, the friendly tool genuinely wins, and pretending otherwise would be dishonest. Third, both of these are paid products with free tiers and usage limits that change all of the time. So don't take my word on any number. Go look at the current free tier and pricing yourself before you commit, because those details shift, and I'm not going to quote you a figure that's stale by next week. And fourth, an honest one. Neither tool replaces knowing your own data. If you don't know what a clean file is supposed to look like, a faster tool just gets you to a wrong answer quicker. The AI is a power tool, not a substitute for understanding the job. So the real skill is still yours. So we've laid out the whole picture. The bigger desk, the file native power, the messy data edge, and the real cost and friction on the other side of the ledger. That's the objective case, both sides on the table. Now, for the part you actually came for, the honest call on whether this is even worth your time. So we all know that this channel is a big fan of Claude Code. Claude Code is the GOAT for most things. Claude Code, especially for reading files and dealing with messy files. Recently, my brother has a big legal case coming up. He was using ChatGPT to try and organize the files, and he went and switched over to Claude Code because it is better at organizing and building structure, but it is not without its downsides. 100%, Claude Code can be really stupid as well. Even if it's on Fable, Claude Code still needs to be babysat even if all your files are good to go, because it literally can hallucinate. I had it where Claude Code got in execution mode and it just went ahead and deleted something without my approval. That thing that it deleted even had a modal pop-up saying, type delete before deleting this. And it went ahead and typed in delete and hit delete. It was also client facing, so now I have to go get it re-verified. The thing that it deleted was super big pain, but to be fair, ChatGPT probably would have done worse. Also, an employee could have screwed it up too. It's 5 times cheaper than hiring an attorney or an employee to do this stuff, and it's probably better than just a VA, like a virtual assistant. Definitely Claude Code for files, markdown files, coding, everything like that. But my workflow is that I'm using ChatGPT as well. What I'm using is Claude Codex, which is ChatGPT's coding model, to adversarially review the code that was written. It's been very valuable that way because Codex is really good at finding bugs, and it has saved my tail a couple times, more than a couple times. Every time I do something, heck, I don't write an email without Codex looking over it because I've built that built-in workflow. Claude Code, just switch to Claude Code. What are you waiting for? Here's a simple rule you can actually use today. Ask one question about the file in front of you. Is it big, messy, or something you'll have to clean again and again? If yes, that's Claude Code's home turf because the context window and the file native workflow are built for exactly that pain. If it's small, clean, and a one-time thing, open ChatGPT and get your answer in seconds. Don't overthink it. The Claude Code versus ChatGPT for data question was never about which one is smarter in the abstract. It's about matching the tool to the mess. On genuinely messy real-world files, the ability to see more of your data at once and work on the actual file, not a pasted copy, is why Claude Code keeps its footing, where ordinary chat starts guessing. That's the payoff of the loop we opened. This means pick by the shape of the job. It does not mean cancel ChatGPT because a fast, friendly one still wins the small stuff every day. If you found this useful, subscribe because I break down AI tools in plain English for people who run real businesses and don't have time for the hype. Tell me in the comments which tool you want me to put head to head next. And a real thank you to NBC Canada Inc. for backing this one. If your trades or construction books are a mess, grab their free bookkeeping scorecard at the link below and see exactly how much money you're quietly losing. Clean your data, clean your books, and stop flying blind.